Wow, Sin's not even trying to entertain you guys, huh? It's just.
I figured the best entertainment after the casting we just did was actually silence, so that's a pretty clear upgrade. They're like, oh, this is what I tune into the stream for. Can these idiots just stop talking? Maybe we should just put on some music.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. What do you want to listen to? How about the Danish national anthem?
Oh, it's actually a good national anthem. We have a good national.
Should I put that on?
If you want to, you can do it.
Are there any Danish players in this one? I'm gonna try it. Oh, do I have to?
I think our national anthem is from the 19th century, or maybe it's from the 18th. Let me check.
And it is Freya's Hall.
1823.
They're set in former times, the armor-suited warriors, resting from conflict, resting from conflict. So they approached their foes, whose bones now rest. Behind the mound's monoliths. Behind the mound's monoliths. That's quite an alliteration.
I love how you're not changing your intonation at all. It's just like, behind the mounds monolith.
That country is still fair, for blue are its surrounding lakes.
Or enunciation was what I was looking for, not intonation, my bad.
You'd struggle to find a more hateful country than Denmark. I don't think that's true. And its foliage remains so green, so green. Okay, let's talk about the draft.
Most people only know the first verse. That's the one that gets sung in football and stuff.
Our Danish interlude is over, guys. We're going to talk a little Dota here. Yeah, I don't know why the hero portraits don't
I can cast in Danish if you want.
Yeah, you read Harry Potter in Danish.
That was people loved that for some reason. I mean, I don't know.
That shameless little crowd-pleasing maneuver.
You know, I did do that TV program thing, right? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, you and Milk.
Yeah, we cast in Danish for quite a few games. That was a very interesting experience. Doing Danish play-by-play was actually relatively challenging in the beginning. Then you get used to it, but when you're used to talking about Dota in English all the time, and then you need to do it in Danish, that was
Because, I mean, you speak Danish a lot, like, at home, right? Just not
not
in
really,
Dota
right?
context?
Because my girlfriend is German, so we speak English at home.
How close are German and Danish?
Well, Danish is a Germanic language, so the sounds are similar, but like there's very little overlap.
Okay, so you can't just she can't figure out what you're saying.
Only very small segments of it.
Okay.
The rest of it is obviously like about. She knows some Danish by now from living in Denmark and learning it a bit, but.
Okay. So draft-wise, what do we see here? The first phase of bans all looked. I mean, I guess I'll call them standard from what we've been seeing today. Do you see the Spectre banned out of phase 2, which is.
Yeah, that's a bit interesting.
Kinda
I'm not sure if they've been playing that a lot on No Bounty Hunter. Maybe it's just prompted by the Warlock pick that they're like, they don't want to give the... Spectre Warlock is a pretty strong combination. Fatal Bonds into Haunt, and the laning itself that you can sustain the Spectre with Warlock. This is a hero we haven't seen today. Viper. That's going to be grabbed here.
No Magnus for Arise, huh? Is that still his hero, or has he moved on?
I'm actually surprised.
Is he over the Magnus?
He still likes the hero, I think. And it is starting to get good again, so we might see him play it later on if they do win this game. Just out of raw player potential, I think I would favor the Radiant team maybe a bit more in terms of their players. But I know this Dire team has been playing together for longer and has more experience as a squad, so We'll see how it goes. The thing I like about this Viper pick is that it gives them, first of all, they're blind picking mid. They don't know the matchup. And Viper has very few bad matchups.
He got a big change,
This is not
right?
one of them at all.
Viper?
Yeah, Viper's been reworked a decent amount. We'll get to that. But what I like about the Viper pick is that it brings their lineup together. They want to rally around this tanky frontliner, which allows them to use Golem, and they can push the towers with Furion. So this Dire lineup looks pretty good to me. The Radiant one, not bad either. Night Stalker, Disruptor, classic combo. Give the vision with Night Stalker for the glimpse. In case the team fight gets bad, they can Song with the Sign Reset. The downside is the only combo they have with Song is Disruptor ulti. There's nothing else that really synergizes very well, so we'll see how it goes here. I do believe the Storm static remnants do explode on invulnerable targets, so you can't chain that. That would be cool else, like songing and then putting 3 remnants on top of someone.
And like just dropping a bomb, basically.
Yeah, but I don't think that works. I think they break on invulnerable heroes, so that shouldn't work.
I like the way how you were like, oh, we'll get to that. Like, there's like a syllabus to like catch me up. I feel like I'm in university again.
So basically, the primary changes on Viper are on the first 2 skills, Poison Attack and Nether Toxin. So the old Nether Toxin, you remember, is a passive.
Yeah.
That just increased your damage more the lower the target was.
Oh, this is
that part of the ability has been moved over to Poison Attack, which now doesn't deal a flat amount of damage anymore, but deals damage per missing health percentage on the hero. So Poison Attack gets stronger the lower the hero is. And what Nether Toxin is like a pool of poison you drop on the ground that applies break and reduces their magic resistance. This makes Viper an exceptionally good hero against a hero like Bristle, because you ulti him so he can't move, and then you poison him with Nether Toxin so he doesn't have Bristle back, and then you target him. The break component of this spell really is, I think, a part of the primary reason to pick this hero nowadays is if break is good in the game, because there's like no sources of this. You can't pick break. There's like nothing else, right, that breaks than this spell. I'm trying to think. There might be one thing that breaks except this. There's obviously items like Silver Edge you can get, but what else breaks? Ag's Doom does not break anymore, I think. Shadow Demon Ags might apply break still, I think. Or does it only give more charges?
So break is when it disables your passives, right? Mute is when it disables your items?
Yes.
Okay. I always found that so confusing because, like, mute to me makes sense as like something that disables a skill.
Yeah, I think the wording is the wrong way.
Because they changed it. It didn't used to be. I don't think they had the concept of a mute before.
No.
Or at least not that term. But anyway, that's just me being a noob.
Doomax. Okay, so chat is saying Doomax still breaks. Okay, so there's those two, but there's like super situational things, right? You need very specific heroes and very specific.
Oh, they're going right on Excalibur.
Yeah.
What is the Disruptor going to do about this? This probably not first blood, but a lot of damage.
You know the thing with the creep wave, right? Why they didn't aggro there?
No.
So there was like, this is basically some sort of temporary solution. It's like Dota was a bit awkward. There was this phase where the offlaners would always just go and pull the first wave.
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
Get XP.
So
and
they've
then
changed it.
They changed so the first wave does not aggro on anything until the waves clash, and that means that the offensive dual lane can just go and hit the heroes in between their creeps.
And the creeps will just ignore them.
They will ignore them until they connect with the other wave.
So if you have the stronger duo, you can just get a bunch of free damage in.
Yeah. And that's basically what they took advantage of there. Furion is one of the absolute best heroes at this level 1. He has the treants. Like, nobody can man-fight Furion like that.
So. Dota is such a complex game that there's always unintended or unforeseen side effects of any change like that.
People just got super bored with the offlane meta, basically being offlaner runs to the offlane and tries to pull the wave. And if he doesn't manage, he's screwed, and if he does manage, he gets to play the game. Like, that was a bit oversimplified, but actually somewhat true. With all was going down. Okay, Spartan will live.
This bottom lane is not looking good, though.
They are super unfavored in this lane.
How about top?
Slark Warlock against NS Naga. I think Slark is... This is the type of lane Slark wants to play. Against 2 melee cores that he can just steal stats from when they trade with him, and then he even has the Warlock heal to back him up. I think Dire should win all 3 lanes this game. Actually.
Yeah, and obviously Viper going to be happy mid. So.
Yeah, this is a good matchup for Arise. One of Arise's better heroes, the Viper. An interesting interaction to keep in mind with Nether Toxin as well, by the way. You will remember one of the classic counter picks to Viper would have been Phantom Lancer. It's still a great counter, but Viper at least stands a fighting chance, because now when PL goes on you, you just put a pool under yourself, and Juxtapose doesn't work. So PL can't make clones that way. So Viper stands a chance by doing that
Wow,
and
the
getting
break
no
is so strong.
Yeah, it's a really strong mechanic because of how rare it is in the game. And like
Now, how
some
does it?
heroes
If you're
fly.
in the AOE, you're broken,
Yeah.
or if you get it once, then it stays on you for
If
however
you're
long.
in the AoE, you're broken.
Okay, so as soon as you step out, you get your
Yeah,
abilities.
but the spell has an 8-second duration and a 5-second cooldown. So you can
What's
have
the
two down.
AOE? Oh, radius 300.
That's pretty big.
Pretty big, yeah.
It's what does that compare to? It's like the AoE of Leshrek's level 4 stun,
Okay.
I think.
I
Roughly.
think it's a little bigger than that.
Let me see. Don't remember the exact number. I'm gonna check Lesh right now. Split Earth. Oh yeah, his radius on level 4 is 225. So
Yeah.
it's 20% bigger than that. 25-ish.
Oh, courier?
Courier kill. Oh,
How do you even say this guy's name?
I don't know. It's a ground courier. It's 600 gold, no XP. So not the end of the world. It's still a nice kill, of course. The ground courier also respawns faster than the flying one. So
Oh, nice Lucent Beam timing.
oh, they're gonna get the kill there.
That's the first blood. Mid-roll.
Yeah, so one thing they've managed to do down here, which I think the way they should play this lane, Disruptor Luna, is they should try to kill the Treants. They actually have to just AFK hit them, maybe even put Thunderstrike on them when they clump up. Because when the Treants are low, this bottom lane is not that scary. But now they're good health. Excalibur is in a lot of trouble. Will live. I think, yeah, he's fine. But he's getting bullied. They will use the Flask. Oh, this game is looking great for the Dire right now. Despite that first blood bottom, the Slark is having excellent farm. He's 21 CS. Luna has 7.
How's Storm nowadays? Still pretty similar.
It's basically the same hero.
Okay. But he's not very popular, right?
Not so much. He doesn't do particularly well in lane against a lot of heroes, and I think he's... Well, there's a kill bottom.
Yeah, but Akeem might also pay. Oh, good Sprout. Rolls
Oh,
away.
wow,
Ooh,
nice.
jukes out Excalibur. Bone 7 getting some nice hits in.
That was really nice.
Really good teamwork there.
Oh, and Spartan is going to TP in and lose half his health instantly. That feels really bad.
They might get a kill top as well. Oh, misses the pounds. There is a TP. It's going to salve up.
Warlock's going to die here, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. That's a costly missed pounce. Are they going to lose Faye? He doesn't have a leap.
Now they net him. Oh, that was a bad Dark Pact, actually. That ends up working against him. Still going to be fine for now.
Oh, baited, 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 baited.
Yeah, baited him in. That's a kill. Nice pounce.
This one
really.
he won't miss.
That was the harder one to hit, too. That was a really difficult pounce, actually. Very nicely done. Viper solo killing the... Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. There's a kill bottom instead. The Spartan died again on the Disruptor. And this bottom lane's flat out just not going well for Radiant whatsoever. They're getting pressured a lot. And so you were talking about how good Storm is as a pick. I think one of the issues that Storm has right now is how long he takes to come online. He's a mid-hero, but I feel like Storm needs... He needs one significant item before he becomes a real threat. Like
And it seems like right now,
Orchid.
you want to fight like right away with your mid. And most of
Yeah.
these games, that's what we're seeing.
He's a bit slow in terms of build-up. He will have to TP to the tower here, being struck by Viper Strike. And, you know, I've seen players on Storm get Kaya into Bloodstone. I personally don't like that build because I feel like that turns you into a position 1, you know? Like, you're just going to farm. You have to farm so much. The build that I like on Storm nowadays is where people either rush straight into the Orchid, not going Kaya at all before that, and then you can even get it after. Or if you want to go Kaya, treads Kaya into Orchid. The Bloodstone build-up, more often than not, I feel like just backfires. It's going to be a kill on Warlock here. They run him down again.
Well, the Night Stalker's getting them back in this game.
Yeah, he needs to. Radjix is having a good time as their only hero, really. Storm is okay. 30 CS. He got a Haste Rune. Pretty lucky pickup. That allows him to actually go for kills without having ulti yet. Can just run in and melee this Furion. Should become a kill in a moment. They do have Glimpse available, so Bone 7 is not getting out of this one. Question is if they will get a Kim as well. He will get glimpsed. And, well, Excalibur dropping really low here. Oh, this could be costly if he dies. Nice.
Ooh,
Kills.
Thug with the cleanup.
It's going to cost him a bit of tower health in mid, though. He does not have his TP, so he's going to have to run. He's actually going to leave that to someone else to defend. Viper doesn't want to tank for his catapult, it looks like. So, okay, that didn't really matter that much then, after all.
Pretty back and forth game. As Luna died at the fountain. Was that, I guess, NP ulti? No. What was that? Not sure how he died there.
Wait, what? That might have been a last attack that hit him.
Yeah, it must have been the attack following him back.
Orb of Vent. No, that one is on Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
must have been the attack. Well, now bottom tower taking some chip damage, but Thug is here. There's not a whole lot of control for this Storm. I guess if they get the... There's no Orchid coming early. No, just really the Earth Spirit.
Yeah. Bone 7 is going for his classic Furion build. He loves this blade mail stuff that he invented, pretty much the
null tallies.
double null into blade mail.
I remember one game he got like 4 or 5 null talismans. It was a beautiful sight to behold.
Oh, Thug's low. Arise could have actually killed him with one more attack there, but he didn't get it off. He went on the Disruptor instead. So a good pickup here. They're going to turn this into maybe an extra kill. Bone 7 is there, though. No Wrath of Nature. They're not getting a kill here. Slug's too late. Oh, maybe. Oh, he actually got him. Nice use of the Shadow Dance to get move speed.
Yeah, max Dark Pact.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't normally see Slark rotate until he gets like the Shadow Blade, right?
That's a nice TP.
That's
I think
risky.
that's
If
worth
you don't
it.
get it, then it's a lot of wasted farm time.
Yeah. That was a quick kill, though. One of Slark's benefits is just how quickly he crosses the map, right? So if he goes for a kill like that, he very quickly gets back to farming.
Has Bone 7 invented any crazy new builds lately?
I haven't seen him much, so I wouldn't know. He's not very active competitively right now. Oh, they got the kill. Last tick of the Shadow Word.
I thought he was going to get out.
I'm actually really surprised by the skill build on Warlock this game. I just flat out don't agree with getting Upheaval in this game. Oh, we're going to see a kill mid on Spartan. So the problem I see with Upheaval here is that it doesn't work against Storm. I think Night Stalker often will be able to get out of it before it starts really building up. Naga has Song to interrupt it anyway, but Fatal Bonds will do so much for their team. Fatal Bonds Furion ulti, Fatal Bonds Earth Spirit ulti, a classic OG combo actually that they used to draft a lot together.
Yeah, with Jerax.
It's great with Viper, just spreading out his damage by getting hit with Corrosive Skin on. I don't know. If I were Warlock, this game would have gone 2-2-0 for sure.
And everyone has a way to cancel it. You've got the Glimpse, the Lucent Beam,
Yeah.
the Net Song, the Pull on the Storm, the Silence Void. Like,
I'm not quite
When
sure
you-
what the thought is here.
when you put it that way, it just seems surprising that he's gone
Luna
for it.
dead by Slark. Solo kill. And he will Shadow Dance TP out. Regix almost got the Void off, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was daytime. So it doesn't mean it's done at day anymore.
All right, he's gone for level 3 Upheaval, and he's doubling down on triggering you.
Yeah, so the thing is, I see this build sometimes that Warlocks do indeed go the 0-2-3 build. It's just, it feels like he's doing it because that's what he's used to. I don't see it being a good build this game. That's the problem. I don't mind the build itself. It's just not the game for it. He's going to die here for sure. There might be a trade-off on Radjix. Actually, he's still not dead.
Oh, eclipses right
he
into the
did, though.
Treant army. Excalibur
Yeah, Furion's a great hero against Luna.
is not going to be happy with that.
No, Storm is connected. This will be a death for Furion, most likely. No, Thug. thinks
Arise
against
is
it.
here now. They probably can't fight.
He might have been scared of an Earth Spirit silence here. Earth Spirit did have the mana for one silence, but nothing else. And I think he would have been fine on Storm, but plays it safe. Obviously, realizing that his hero is not really that strong at this stage of the game right now. So we'll just retreat back to mid, push this lane out, and look to do some tower damage. With the siege creep, a little bit he's going to get in, but Faye's here to slow this down very quickly. And that's all she wrote for that mid catapult. Not very impactful at all.
How far along in the bracket are we? I'm trying to like get my bearings on where this is.
I think this is the round of 64 or the round of 32.
Okay. So we're probably near the end of the rounds for today.
I think so, yeah.
Gotcha. When does NA and SA start? Is there a break?
I have no idea exactly when the overlap is.
So if that if that SA team loses, or whoever loses that match that was happening earlier, I guess they just go straight into playing Open Qualifier
I think
too?
so, yeah. Yeah, they will.
Wow, that's a long day.
It really is.
You'd think like maybe they would seed you further ahead if you perform well on the first day.
Nope.
That's all. That's all you got. Just no. Round of 32 game.
This is round of 32?
Yeah.
Okay.
32, 16, 8, 4. So there's 4 more rounds,
Yeah.
including this one.
And you need to get top 2.
Yeah. So probably like 2 more BO1s. All right, Akeem rolling in on the mid lane. Silence off on Thug, and
Nice kill.
a nice kill on the Storm. Who is he? What is he going for? Is he going for Yules?
He's going Kaya first.
Kaya. That like makes your spells cheaper, right? More damage.
It makes your spells cheaper. It gives you... let me just see the exact numbers. I never buy this item. So spell amp, int, and spells are cheaper, and cost less mana. And if you get mana burned, you get mana burned less as well. But that's very rarely relevant.
Kaya.
It's the wording for that item is really like weird. Mana loss reduction, but that's how it is.
Mana loss reduction.
Yeah. So
That is
any mana
very
loss,
bizarre.
any mana you would lose, you lose 10% less.
All right. Spend less. All right, they'll get Radix. It's starting to accumulate a bit of a lead here for the Dire squad. I mean, you mentioned, I think, you liked... you said you thought the Dire had like the better lineup, but you thought
Yeah.
the Radiant had the better players.
Yeah, I said
during
I
the
think
draft?
just from out of name power, there are more recognizable players on the Radiant, right? There's Spartan who played for
Thug,
Mouse, Thug
yeah.
played for Mouse, Excalibur, that a lot of people will know. He's currently #1 on the leaderboard in Europe. Radix has played, Radix and Ixen, or however you say that, have also played on a couple of decent teams. And then you look at this Dire team, and I guess most people will recognize Bone 7 and Arise, but apart from that, probably don't really know the other players very well. But they've been playing together for a decent amount of time this season, and they seem like just flat out the stronger team. I think their draft is better. I think they're playing together better in this game, and they're building a really big lead as a result. Like 5k at 14 minutes is a lot for this type of lineup. Slark is especially going to be a big threat for the Radiant here. Thug, again, gets silenced in mid. They will Viper Strike him instead. Nice kill
Damn.
again.
They're feasting on the Storm.
Akim plays a good Earth Spirit, by the way. So he did not connect the roll, but he managed to land the silence, and that was the important thing there.
Little BM tip.
They've done it twice.
God, that would... If I've died back to back, then I really get annoyed by the tip. If it's just like one death, it's not a big deal, but... We'll be back for the 3rd soon.
Yeah, this Storm is not having a good time, that's for sure. But he's having the best time in his team, and that's worrying. Worrying me quite a bit for their chances in this game. Alright, that was a 2-for-2 in route change, or trade rather. Both teams were on the spots instantly getting the runes. And this is a smoke from Radiant, so they need to try to get something out of this darkness. They will be looking to connect to top. There's going to be a 20-second daytime after this darkness ends, so if they're not making the move right away, they're going to have to wait that little extra time. Slark is looking around here. We'll find Radix. I'm not sure how familiar you are with darkness right now. It actually got changed. Let's see. Song of the Siren. He has Dark Pact. I don't actually think they can kill him. What are they going to do here?
That's good. Yeah, it looks like Radix is going to be the one who dies.
Yeah. Well, they have no good counters to Slark. Excalibur is going to come in. Storm's going to jump in. Great
He got
goal.
silenced.
Yep, he's dead. Again.
Akeem was ready.
Thug tipped again. You were right about the 3rd one. And he is upheaval. That was a good upheaval.
Oh
Actually, that was
man,
useful there.
these tips are brutal. That's the real game within the game.
So,
Even Excalibur getting the tip love or hate.
so what darkness do you remember?
It turns into night. You get the ability to fly, right, as like an extra ability.
You have that at any nighttime.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Oh yeah, that wasn't tied to darkness.
So you just
yeah.
remember it turning day to night. Because darkness got
Yeah.
changed, so it limited all enemy vision to 675,
Yeah, yeah.
including towers
Okay.
and wards. And now recently it got changed, so it limits the vision by 25% instead. And that means a hero like Slark, who beforehand when you cast darkness, Slark has 1800 night vision, he got reduced to 675. Now he gets reduced by 25%, so he has way more night vision than before against the NS.
Okay.
It's
so he's
considered
better
a-
able to deal with it.
It's considered a really good hero to have against Night Stalker, because when darkness is popped, your Slark can still scout really easily and find out what's happening. Speaking of scouting, we got caught by a sentry combo here to Static Storm.
think he actually is going to live again, though. He leaps away to safety, and Akeem is there to the rescue. Gets the 4-hero Magnetized Silence off. He'll pay with his life, but forces out at Eclipse. He almost denied to neutrals.
Yeah.
That would have been incredibly painful.
And I think it says darkness now reduces enemy unit and ward vision. Doesn't affect buildings. So buildings have full nighttime vision as well. It was a really big nerf to Night Stalker. He's been getting multiple big nerfs these later.
Well, he still seems to be a pretty dominant hero.
Look at the Crippling Fear nerf as well. That's crazy. Because you know your skill generally 4-1-4.
Yeah.
So it's just twice as bad, level 1. Very long cooldown. And Void got nerfed as well. It
Yeah,
doesn't
24
mini-stun.
seconds, my god.
Void doesn't mini-stun during the day. It has cooldown higher on all 3 levels until level 4. It's like so many nerfs at once. But the hero still gets picked. So it's just conceptually really powerful. That's why it still works. It definitely, it used to be like a first pick, and it is not anymore. Teams are not picking that early.
Synd, you are like a father teaching his
Son to use the internet.
Oh, sorry, son teaching his father how to use the
I
internet.
see. Yeah.
That's sweet. That's adorable.
Hope it works out for you, Dad.
The resemblance is clearly here.
Did we mention the Fury and Orchid, by the way? That's now
No.
online for Bone 7, so
He went Pmeow first, right?
this Storm's game is...
Ruined.
Yeah, he's going to have such a hard time. I just
He was already having a bad time.
I don't think the Radiant has any solutions right now to what's going on in the game. They have to try to split push and see if they can trade towers. They're going to TP down the Disruptor here. That is pretty useless. They're going to fight for this tower?
Oh.
Dude, this is not
They have
good.
the song set up.
Yeah, what are
Into-
they setting it up into, though?
Into. Uh-oh. Static Storm will connect on 2. Blade Mail pop by Bone 7, though. Excalibur's dropping quickly in the midst of it. He's dying to the combo with the Shadow Word and the Fatal Bonds. Down he goes. Spartans next. They've trapped themselves. 3, maybe 4. Thug tries to run away. Out of mana, out of options, and dead as well. 4 dead. And the tower.
And they even killed the Slark before he got anything off. The Warlock is just so good in this type of fight. You don't really want to engage into the enemy team like this if they have all of their spells ready and are in position. They knew who they were going to song too. Like, they saw the setup. They were going to catch Slark, and who was it? Viper? Or was it... They caught 2 in that storm combo, but...
I can't remember who the second one was.
It's like... Yeah, if they don't see the Warlock and control him, I think this type of fight is super hard. Storm has to have the vision to get that jump off, or it's just not happening. The counter engage.
Oh, yeah, it was the
way too
Furion, because he popped the Blade
Furion,
Mail right away.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and he had the Orchid as well, obviously. Him being silenced does not render him useless in the fight at all. Just stands his ground and casts all his stuff after the Static Storm is over. So yeah, they got a slot kill, but it cost them a tier 2 and 4 heroes. Assessment, not worth it. Slark. Oh, it's getting spotted here. I like what Spartan is doing this game, by the way. He's rushing Ags. I think this is the one chance they have, is catching a great song and then getting the Ag Storm off that lasts way longer and obviously mutes them. So the BKBs that will eventually be coming in for his Slark, and the Viper already has one, will not be usable. The real challenge here, however, is playing around Warlock. If they... I feel like a good song into Storm can actually still lose the fight if Warlock can counter-engage on them like that.
In theory, I guess they have Night Stalker. You know, they have some way to find the Warlock.
Yeah, if he's in position, he can get in behind. If he can silence the Warlock during the song, that's really nice. Storm's Orchid is discontinued for now. He's going Yules. Oh dear, this feels so bad. Buying an Oblivion Staff and changing your build is super inefficient. Build up. They see Thug with a Slark. They could TP in an Orchid here.
Oh, he's looking for it too. They don't even need that. They've got a Keem with the roll and silence,
Yeah,
and now they might grab the Disruptor as well.
TP. He's good.
This lead's getting out of hand.
It really is. And Naga is starting to work on Brown Boots Radiance as a solution for this. Not gonna happen.
And you can't really split push against this lineup.
No, it's not easy.
Storm is not safe.
There's The Naga illusions can obviously do it, but they're just still way too weak. You need more items than just a Radiance to split push as Naga against a Furion. You know, he just cleans your illus up very easily and goes back to his team. In some games, the Brown Boots Radiance Naga will actually be able to force a change in playstyle because you need to set true heroes there, but Furion doesn't care. It's just going to reconnect very easily, so don't really think it's the solution until Naga has more items than Radiance. That's going to take quite a while. It's looking rough, and Luna is so poor and so dead, I think. Oh, yes, indeed, he is super dead.
This is like that. This is like the poor unfortunate soul in The Little Mermaid. Ursula is winning. The mermaids are dying. Spartan will go down as well. They even hold the tower.
2 kills Roche and the whole tower.
Do you want to find another game? Are you still feeling this?
In my mind, this game's over.
I think it is too. This is the death
There's
knell
a
of
slight chance of a throw from Dire where they overextend the Radiant base and get a good Eclipse and good Static Storm. And maybe they can turn the game around that way, but that's all I see. Thug's dead again. He can't catch a break. He's still not got his Orchid. I mean, Yules, he's actually far off.
They're all over the storm.
When Luna is in this position, it's such an awful hero. Like, Luna playing from behind sucks. So I don't think Excalibur's ever getting back into this game.
Well, Storm is not going to be able to carry it. Not anytime soon, anyway.
Slarg is almost killing himself on the Blade Mill, actually, but he doesn't die.
He's Aegis still.
Got a lot of stacks, too. Naga is sticking
no
around.
No teleport.
Whoops.
Saved his buddy, I guess.
Game's dead.
So all they're able to get right now, though, is these low-hanging fruit supports.
Yeah. It's some good gold for Disruptor, though, on his way to the Ags. It's the chance that they have, it feels like. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's a bad Eclipse, too. Excalibur's dead.
That's the second time the Eclipse has been useless.
Yeah.
I think he's only used it 3 times.
I honestly, I don't know what you do with Luna in these positions. I actually don't know what you're supposed to do with the hero. If it goes this bad, you just... Like, your advice would be try to go and farm, but where, right? He dies to Slark, he dies to Furion, he dies to Viper. And the whole map is just plastered in these dire wards very aggressively. Radiant actually has managed to keep decent vision, too, but... You know, like... I'm not really sure. Not sure what the Luna can do here. They kind of have to rely on actually the supports. The Naga and Disruptor have to nail a combo. And the enemy team has to misplay. There's no way they're in control of winning this game themselves anymore.
Always depressing when you start constructing that how do we come back list and there's like, 5 to 10 things that all have to happen to even give you a chance.
Yeah. The game was definitely not supposed to go this poorly. They were not favored in lanes, but the early stage and the mid game just went horribly wrong. And then you're knocked out. That's best of 1.
And this is the last chance, right?
It's the last
second open, so.
Yep.
The road to TI likely ending here. For Excalibur and friends, the #1 ranked European player. What is his MMR now?
Must be 8 point something.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much you need.
Are there still 10Ks? Did they recalibrate everyone? Or? I guess it's like you can't see the number anymore.
I think the last season, you can see it in your stats.
Oh,
last
you can.
season, I think the top ranked players were like 8.5 maybe.
Okay.
You can't really get 10K realistically anymore.
Gotcha.
It's really hard.
I guess it's a badge of honor if you did.
That would be pretty crazy.
Old school. BKB from Faye. He's just fighting right into the Blade Mail. Well, Age is down, but that's okay, I guess. Still the tower under siege. They're not bringing the Luna back. Doesn't have the Eclipse for a few seconds. They'll Psalm.
He outran
They'll
it.
stall. But Bone 7 just manning up. Fighting directly head on into this, and they'll eventually be able to bring down the Naga, now turning their attention to the Disruptor. Excalibur is just only now starting to break through the tower, so he's going to lose a lane of Rex first, and they will be able to defend.
Yeah, Viper. Oh, he missed the stun. That would have actually been a kill on Storm maybe, but it's fine. I keep missing that one. Just going to turn around. Thug trying to go for Flash. Good Yules. Oh, it's his own self Yules. Got scared of the silence. I'm not sure if silence actually wasn't used. He could have died there after Yuling, but does manage to get out.
You mean the Earth Spirit silence?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it was in cooldown for just another second, or he would have died coming out of that Yule's.
Gotcha. Okay. New game?
I think we're going to have a look here.
What do
I'll
we got?
quickly check what we have. We have Alliance playing against a team I don't know. The game between Waga's team and that other team they were playing is actually pretty close, but it looks like that will be coming to an end as well. Waga will win.
Waga will win. Waga's getting pretty far.
I'm not sure how far they got in the last one. I think they got decently far as well.
How's Bulldog? Is he out?
He's out. I think they lost in the round of 32.
Who'd he lose to?
Team I don't know.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Navi looks to currently be losing to a team called XXX.
Oh, Navi's losing?
They're losing to the... Currently, they're 7k down against the team of Aloha Dance. So not looking hot here.
Oh my god. Navi might be out. Oh, Dota's gonna... then the dream is real, Sind. The Navi B squad.
Navi fake could make
Fake.
it.
Fake Navi.
Oh, dear. Yeah,
Can you imagine? I mean, how is Valve gonna get Dendy to TI this time? All-Star match?
Yeah.
Caster?
They could bring him to the All-Star. Like they
Mascot?
did that one time. Mascot. Well, he was in the All-Star match and a mascot. He was the Pudge, too.
Ah, that's true.
So that's a 2-for-1.
Oh, they save on a cosplayer. Smart thinking by Gabe.
Yeah.
Bulldog played with his subs for the second round. Okay.
Yeah, well, that's
That's not the first.
not a
mistake
winning
Bulldog's
strategy,
made,
I believe.
but it definitely will be the last for this qualifier. How about your subs? Would your subs be any better?
I have a couple that would be pretty good. There's a couple of my subs that are at least top 1,000 players.
Really?
So, yeah, a few of them. If we put together my best subs, we could probably reach round of 32 or 64. But then we would probably lose to
I should probably just sub to you to like lower the skill level of your subs a bit.
I don't know if you would pull the average down. Oh, Storm's going to jump. There's a Hex completed on Furion, though. They might go for a counterplay here. Well, they're going to let Akeem die. But here we go.
Yeah, Faye
Disruptor's
comes
dead.
in, gets to work, dropping the rock onto 2. Excalibur being bashed and mauled into submission. That'll be another death for the Luna. And they've already committed the song previously in this fight, so might be losing more. Storm coming back in. Can he finish the Slark? Yes, the Naga swipes him, but the Storm will pay with his life. And Viper is still alive to keep the push going. So too is the Furion, diving deeper behind enemy lines. And they'll catch a nice connection on the boulder smash. Naga down again, buyback again, but don't think they're stopping this tier 3 from falling, Sin.
Nope. It's toast. Oh, it's a buyback for Storm available. He's going to have to use that. There's no way they give up the second lane for free. Like, they know Slark is dead. This is a possible fight with a Storm buyback, and they run in, but they're actually just not defending. They want to save their buyback money instead of this Rax. There's no way that's worth it.
They're saving it for the 3rd open qualifier.
Yeah.
Joke's on them.
Well, still not buying back. The whole team is dying. Well,
This
now
Viper is just godly at this point. Look at him, man-moding his way forward. He's going to get a triple kill, perhaps. Yeah, indeed he will. Could be an ultra kill. Now Storm, can he finish him?
Time for Thug to get rich here. 1,500 gold.
The GGs were called. Bruv, talk to me. Oh, a little smack talk, Sin. Talk shit more, retard. What? What?
I think they
What
have
did you
some-
just say?
I think they have some beef from
I think
pubs.
there's some bad manners going on in this game, guys.
They definitely have some beef from pubs. I
Avert
seem
your
to remember.
eyes. Damn, it is rare to see that much trash talk in Europe. That's more of an NA thing.
Yeah.
That was some beef. Oh, that was juicy. All right. Damn, he went in.